Put Eloy's WNBA break on the stage. Sorry. Twitch alert came up and I ended up clicking that, ended up on Twitch somehow. What's up? Just about out of those Live Golf blasters, finally. I think there's 2 left. What's up, everybody? How about those Hoosiers? Won me $120. Yeah, they look good. Remember, this also closes your stack, too. Shipping's included in this. Yeah. All right, you could have kept that to yourself, Buckeye fan. Ugh. All right, my goal is to be done at 9. Eloy will be on at 9. I've got his WNBA break on the stage. He's got 8 left in that. Then he's going to do some singles and stuff. Then I'm going to go watch the finale of Stranger Things with Mama. This is my last break for the week, so Happy New Year to everybody. All right, I've got Mike Billage with the Commanders, Jason Boudreau with the Titans, Cam Payne with the Bucks, Ryan Allison with the Seahawks, Ryan Salad Shooter with the Niners, Jeff Shapiro with the Steelers, Tom Folsom Prison with the Eagles, Todd Peeps with the Jets, Eric Bent with the Giants, Andy Meyer with the Saints, Sean Duffy with the Patriots, Corey Odlin with the Vikings. Corey, I got your message. It'd be easier if I could just do a credit somehow and not do a refund. If we could just keep track of it so I don't get dinged for the refund. It's up to you. Dan P. with the Dolphins. Hey, Dan. Dane with the Rams. Dan also with the Chargers. Brian Wolf with the Raiders. Ryan Wise with the Chiefs. Todd Peeps with the Jags. Dan Cranium with the Colts. Brandon with the Texans. Brian Fred with the Packers. Skeeter with the Lions. Aaron Ransom with the Broncos. Ninja. Squirrel with the Cowboys. Caleb with the Browns. Skeeter with the Bengals. Swish with the Bears. Nico with the Panthers. Skeeter with the Bills. Ryan with the Ravens. Crazy Rusty Ryan. Skeeter with the Falcons. And Skeeter with the Cardinals. I've had a pretty good week. I got some positive mojo and some good vibes and energy going. If you really freaking tank it on one of these spots, I've got some inventory here. I'll try to help you with something. Some of these went fairly cheap, but if you got like a couple base cards or something, remember I'm covering shipping too, especially if you won multiple teams. No promises, but I'll try to do something for you. Okay. If you really tanked it, I'll see what I can do. Again, no guarantees. I've got Brandon's stuff listed for tomorrow. His 5-star is kind of going under the radar. Those 5-star boxes have 5 encased autos in them. So he's got, I'm not ripping any 5-star, but he's got 10, 16, and 13 left in his PYTs. So take a look at those. You guys can have 5 off the basketball binders. And I've been offering a discount on the Labubu boxes all day. I actually just marked those down $5. So the markdown's actually there. If you guys want any more, you can take another $5 off. I don't care. And then Eloy's got his Phoenix PYT up. That would rip next week, actually. And then that Merlin Soccer. That's a half case hobby, half case Breaker Delight. We get that ripped for Leith, too. Yeah, I do have it. I'll show you guys what Pittsburgh Pain Mike sent me. I was going to get it posted today, Mike, but I got busy prepping all the... I had 25 breaks I'm trying to get ready for Derek to work on tomorrow when he gets here. But Mike sent me this sweet mantle. I do not have this mantle. I don't even know what this is from. What is this out of, Mike? Do you know? Oh, it's out of Gallery. Almost looks like a canvas card. Like a masterpiece or a gallery, Topps Gallery canvas card. And then a Paul O'Neill autograph out of High Tech. That's pretty sweet. I don't have that either. And then a 95 Elite Paul O'Neill. I don't have any graded Paul O'Neills, so that's cool too. So I love Paulie, Warrior. Thank you, Mike. I'll get the posted and tag for you too. I appreciate you, buddy. I had some difficulty getting to the mail center here last few days. Yeah, I love Paul O'Neill. All right, so all cards ship. I don't see anybody new in this. You guys know the drill. So I will close your stack out unless you guys tell me specifically, don't worry about it. So if you don't want it closed, you're still down as a paid stack. So if you were like, hey, just hold, I will put you on the shelf for paid holds. So you can sit on the fact that your stack is closed and just redeem it whenever. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to forfeit the fact that I told you shipping was included in this. So even if you were, let me find a cheap team here. Like Todd won the Jets for $8. Obviously, it's going to be $6 to ship. If Todd decided to hold, I would put him on the hold shelf, and he's still good. And if he decided he wanted to ship next week, his stack is still closed. He does not necessarily have to ship it this week just because he's got 3 base Jets cards and 2 penny sleeve cards. I'd be happy to just put it on the hold shelf, and he could sit on that fact that it's stacked or shipping's paid, if that makes sense, and not necessarily have to ship it out this week and waste my $6 and his, if that makes sense to you guys. So just because this closes you out, you do not have to close it and waste that fact that the shipping is closed. So keep that in mind. I'm happy to sit on it until more breaks come. I've got some Chrome Update Jumbo coming, and then we've got Bowman Draft in 2 weeks. The Bowman Draft stuff would likely close you out anyway. But all right, so here we go. And again, if any of these look really weak, I'll see what I can throw in for you guys. And if we've got a little time, we'll see what we can do until Goat comes on. Then Again, it's come down to people's kids find out I have Labubu, and I've had people message me, hey, my kid wants one of those Labubu boxes. So as you can tell by the inventory, I've got a lot left. So GOAT at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow it'll be No Dak with Pokemon at 7, and then referee Brandon at 8 o'clock tomorrow. And then I think it'll be 7 to 9 Saturday. It'll be EOM Mark, and then GOAT will be back. Eloy will be back 9 o'clock Saturday. Max Crosby, Raiders. Raiders had no payment glitches on these auctions this time too. So Raiders, Brian Wolf. And if you guys want to see me in a really good mood next week, let's get a Niners win Saturday against Seattle. That's one way to guarantee I'll be in a really good mood and get that 1 seed. If you want some freaking sweet, positive karma next week, do what you can to help me get a win Saturday. Loveland, Riley Leonard, Tesla, excuse me. What's up, P&W? Peanut butter and waffles pack breaker. That's what P&W stands for. Peanut butter and waffles. Judkins. What's up, J-Man? Okay, this was that absolute value box, the Costco box. All cards ship, remember, unless you tell me. Keep your base. Here's the 24 mosaic. So next week, a little bit lighter week. Like I said, I actually have no wax right now. Nothing. So I may do a single stack sale next week. I do have some stuff coming, not here yet, but Brandon will have some breaks. I told you Eloy's got some stuff. We've got the soccer break. I'm sure we'll have plenty to do. Jaden Daniels. Drake May. See if we can close that WNBA break for Eloy. And GOAT, nobody's on after you, so stay on as long as you want. I won't be around, though. I might show up about 10 o'clock after she goes to bed. Another 24 mosaic. And then same deal Saturday, nobody after you. And then if you're ready, dude, and I'm slow, we can raid right into you or whatever you want to do. If I can't keep these guys entertained, we'll see how it goes. What's up, Dan? Dan, you're good to go for Saturday, right? Jaden Daniels. I might see if I can get Saul Frank to live stream with us next weekend. Neighbors. Penix. Somebody at the Comets game pissed me off last night. I come back down during intermission, and underneath the table, I have a box tucked underneath the table. You know, the tablecloth covers everything up, and it's got like my personal stuff in it, stuff that's not part of the table. And I come back, somebody had gotten into that box and cracked it open and put the box and all its contents on the table while I was gone, while my wife and I were watching the game. And I was pissed. I shut the table down. Shut the table down right there during the second intermission. Packed it up. Oh, yeah. I was pissed. No, because I got stuff in there that they don't need to be getting into, you know. Stuff that, you know, I take with me that I need that isn't part of, you know, the free freaking experience. Yeah, I was hot. It's like, who teaches their kids? I told my wife, I said, this isn't Metal Gear Solid where you look around and, oh, I found a box. Let's see what's in it. Or, you know, a video game where you're looking around seeing, you know, it's under a table and covered up. Hey, look what I found. Puka. And then to get in it, open it up, and then open the box up and then just throw it on the table. They were looking for packs. I was out of packs. And, you know, even as far as that, every year I buy a case of MVP hockey to the tune of about $800, $50 a box. There's a JSN. And I try to ration it out through the season, and I give away packs up. And even I saw a deal on, I think it was David Adams or Blowout, where I got like 22, 23 Skybox Metal Blasters. So, you know, I give away those packs. I buy those packs and give them away. And someone went under there looking for packs, I think. What's up, Sean? Welcome. But I don't think I'm wrong to be irritated by that. So this was the start of the second intermission. I shut it down. I shut the booth down. I packed up all the cards with kids standing there at the table. I mean, you have to lift up a tablecloth, find an open box, unfold the flaps of the top of that open box, and then dig in the contents of the open box, and then open up a graded card box and look in the contents of that box. Here's a Stafford. Anybody know the details on this Stafford? Rams. This is for Dane. Dane says it's a razzle-dazzle case hit. All right. You know what? Dane's kind of the razzle-dazzle case hit of my hobby experience. There's a Brock Bowers. But, yeah, I don't... and my wife's stepdad was at the game with us, too, and he had never seen me like that because I was not happy. Michael Williams, the $9.99 Niners. No kidding. What'd you hit, McMo? And I don't know. I mean, Goat and some of you other guys that are teachers. I don't, Goat. I don't. Your kids in your class stuff are a little bit older, but I don't. I think it's kind of where society's gone, where it's just everything's just open freaking season, man. I mean, I hate to be old man yelling at the clouds, but I think that's just kind of where we're at. I've had adults do that too. I told you about it, the tin caps. The guy filling, because I cut the lids off like 800 count boxes and set out the trays like that. Dude was filling up one of my 800 count trays and just loading up cards. I'm like, that box is not leaving this booth. Well, my whole family's here. Okay. Where are they? Oh, they're in line getting food. Yeah. Or the old guy that basically called Salas or DeVries, it was DeVries, every name in the book because he wasn't coming out to sign autographs. Or the guys that stalk those guys, waiting for them to get off the bus. Cam Ward. I should probably end my rant, but yeah, last night I'm just like, the thing was that's one of the most enjoyable things about this job is giving those cards away, and they killed it for me last night. Sanders, Browns. Oh yeah. Yeah, then finding the cards I give away in somebody's booth at the card show. Darnold. I'm hoping by Sunday, all my Darnold rookies are worthless. He plays so poorly Sunday. Genty. Nacho Taco, you want all my Darnolds? Here's the $24. Got a bunch of Darnold rookies. Yeah, they must let anybody in that thing. All right, we sold out Goats WNBA break. What about Leafs Merlin Soccer? He's got 17 left in that. It's a dual half case PYT. It's a half hobby case and a half Breaker Delight Merlin case. Well, Nacho, if you want a couple, I'll sell them cheap. Snoop Huntley. What's going on with Georgia and Ole Miss? I feel like Georgia's going to freaking own that. Oh, really? That was the last thing I needed for my parlay, too, today. I had them Georgia covering. There's a Brooks. Jordan Addison. McConkey. Guys, thanks for your bids. Like I said, any real bad spots, I'll see what I've got that I can throw in it. Might not even be for the team you won. If I've just got something to throw in it to pad it up a little bit, I might. So if you won the Jets, you have something in your stack that's not Jets, just know that I said, I'm just going to throw this in because it did so poorly. Jaden Daniels, just because I appreciate you bidding on this thing. Jamar Chase. Or it might just be, I've got some college stuff here too I might throw in. Yeah, do you need a Darnold? You want me to throw a Darnold in there? All right, Donruss. I have a ton of Jonnu Smith. You want some Jonnu Smith? Corey Davis. I bought a huge huge lot from a friend he was a Titans PC. I got a ton of old Titans stuff. Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith, Adoree Jackson. Ass ton of Titan stuff. What's up, Rob? Yeah, I wish he would have bought them all. Could have got them for a song. I got some Bakers, some Goffs. How you guys' stacks are closed too, you auction winners. This is the perfect time. It's the right time of the night. You know what? I might have some junk wax football too. You want to get stupid with some junk wax football? There's Tyler Show. Anybody PC Jimmy Garoppolo? Will Howard? Goat, are you looking for me to raid into you? Is that how you want to do this? Cam Ward? Titans? Who had the Titans? Let's put... There's my Labubu boxes. You guys can take another $5 off Labubu. And those are shipped. I'll cover shipping on those. You can take another $5 off. If you want a basketball binder and 35 Ultra Pro pages, Harrison, you can take $5 off the binders too. $4. Make it an even $15. Dunze. Yeah, I got one more box and then we'll see what we have. What's up, J. Ralph? Goat, I'll raid into you. I'll keep these guys going. I would be ready right at 9, though. I know how you casual West Coast people are. My wife will text me if I'm not up there at 9 o'clock. You ready? You ready? She hooked me up today. Ivan sent me a bunch of stuff from Omaha Steak, and she made the burgers, and there was like some dessert in there and some scalloped potatoes and stuff. 2 Minute Madness. Let me see what I have here in a second. Yeah, we'll have to cut it in half. She's pretty strict about getting her 7 hours of sleep. She's got to get up at 5, so she'll want to go right to bed at 10. So I'll come back and I'll join you guys, whatever you're doing. I'll probably work on sleeving and top loading brakes while I watch Goat do his thing. Catch the end of the ball game. McCaffrey. Yeah, this has got some steak and some other stuff in it too. Derrick Henry. think she just made the easier stuff tonight. Samson. Tyler Warren. Again, I might wait to hear from you guys on some of this stuff if you don't want to burn the shipping credit created by this, and we kind of wait and see what happens, Jaden Blue. If I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I don't want to waste your $6 and my $6. So if you feel like it's borderline, reach out to me and we'll talk about it. All right, I've got 2 Prism Golf blasters left. You guys can have those for... Are they still there or are they gone? Did you guys buy them? They might be gone. All right, make me about the last one. All right, let me see what I have here. Let me see if there's a little throwback football in here. You guys like Dick? Tracy? Too bad your names weren't Tracy. That'd be even funnier. You like Dick, Tracy? Damn, no football. Anybody want some Dick, Tracy? All right, I'm looking to see what I have here. Does anybody want these? $1 for both packs. All right. Anybody PC Hampton? There's a Sapphire Hampton. Paris Jones. Will Rogers. Nico. Cooley. Cooley is numbered to 10. Barrett Carter to 75. Nate Johnson. Victor Rosa to 50. Not to be confused with Testarossa. How about an Antoine Hill Superfractor 101? Vinyl. I don't know if they call Leaf a Superfractor. Chris Mitchell, go Irish. None of those interest anybody? Is this thing on? What about Christine Adams as Ann Weaver? I believe she can get you through the night. What about a George Springer from 5-Star Silver Sigs? Oh, Ann Weaver, I believe you can get me through the break. Alton McCaskill, 6 of 6. Cooley to 6. How about a Wade Boggs Donruss rookie? Looks good. The centering has a little bit of an issue, left to right, but other than that, it's a sharp-looking card. Nobody on any of that? What about this case hit Dark Energy? What's this dude's name? Papa Shango. No relation to Papa Giorgio. Tough crowd. All right, give me a football team. Nobody wants my Dick Tracy either. Hell, let's crack these open. Give me a football team. Little face. You guys aren't old enough to remember this movie was a big deal. Lips in a Fix. Guys, that's Madonna. Honest Cop and the Slammer. I'm not even going to open the other one. Yeah. The movie was a big deal. Caleb, you need some Colts? You need some Colts, don't you, Caleb? All right. I got Richardson. Paris Campbell to 50. Bjorn Werner Ladder to 599. Jonathan Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy Prism rookie. Niners went for $18. Marvin Harrison rookie. Fleer. Marvin Harrison Absolute. That's pretty cool. Marvin Harrison Stadium Club draft pick. Paris Campbell to 50 out of Crown Royal. That's like the air freshener you have in the back windowsill of your car. Riley Leonard 75, go Irish. Richardson All Etch. Adonai Mitchell 150. Taylor and Marvin. You want all the Marvins? I have a Marvin Martian too. All right, Mitch Price these. $5, Caleb, added to your stack. All right, I'm going to put Colts lot. Here it comes. Only Caleb. Colts for Caleb. It's a fundraiser we're doing. Colts for Caleb. Caleb, it might come up as subscribers only, but I don't think that matters for you. Colts for Caleb. There it is. Look how easy that was. McMo, you want to see something? I got bills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. It's the power you're supplying. It's electrifying. All right, let's see what we got here. Zach Moss, Diggs, Singletary, Tre'Davious White, Zay Jones, Moss, Gabe Davis, Tyrod Taylor, thing's freaking thick. Josh Allen, rock out with your cock out. Ray Davis, Josh Allen to 50. Cardell Jones to 225. Look at that thing. Robert Foster, Australian for beer to 99. Hodgins, Brevin Jordan to 30. Gabe Davis. That's all my bills, McMo. You like those two Allens? Foster patch auto. Foster patch auto. There wasn't a Foster patch auto. Oh, yeah, Dane, I got all kinds of Rams. Okay, so the Foster, you like this Foster? This was Cardell Jones. That was Ohio State, right? Let's see the list again. Here's Tyrod Taylor. That was the 25. That card's freaking girthy. McMo, you can have all of it for $10. With the Tyrod Taylor too, you can have all of it for $15. All right. Bill's lot for McMo. Bills for McMo. All right, there you go, Mike. All right. So easy. I can just write McMo. Yeah, I might do this all next week. Baseball too, and basketball. Basketball. All right, Dane wanted to see some Rams, and then we'll right into the goat. Dane, I'm going to ram you so hard. All right, Dane, Cooper Kupp. Want to see him or no? All right, here's Kupp. Kupp. This one is to $2.99. Kupp, 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 Kupp. There's a patch. Kupp, Kupp. There's the cups. We're going to put the cups off to the side. All right, just the cup patch. Just the patch. All right. Marshall Faulk. All right. Faulk is to $175. Faulk to 99. Faulk. There's a Faulk patch to 25 out of Pantheon. Faulk. There's the Faulks. Like anything out of there? We lose him. We lost him. Faulk patch. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. My first day here. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald. 75. 149. All right. 149. 149. I don't know what that one is. That's the color burst thing. That's 2016. That's 149. Aaron Donald rookie at a finest. Huh. Mitch got $25 on that one. I won't be there, but that's 2014. 249. There's another one. Phoenix and rookie finest. This Phoenix. All right, one of the finest. Was that the Phoenix, the color burst? Both Phoenix. All right. All right. Dickerson. Want to see some Dickerson? There's a collector's choice. There's a Phoenix. Dickerson to 79. Dickerson 299. You're good on Dick Person. All right. No Dick Persons. There's a Dickerson rookie. Cam Akers. Probably not on Cam Akers. Look at that. That's a 225. No Cam Akers. That's the 50. Look at that, Cam Akers. That's the 75. Any Florida State people? No Cam Akers. All kinds of Cam Akers. Cam Akers, Dane. All right. Todd Gurley. Some of these got out of order. Todd Gurley. All right, hang on. He's got out of order here. Hang on. I can't tell you if I've got an auto, but hang on. Somebody went through these and dicked them all up. All right, Gurley's. 49. The Spectra's pretty thick. That's the 60. Spellbound to 99. Gurley rookie. That's to 15. That's to 99. There's a rookie. That's to 510. Interesting. There's a finest. There's a patch to 299. No autos. No autos. All right. Nick Foles, 299. Isaac Bruce, that's to 99. Kurt Warner, Bettis. Bryson Hopkins, whatever. Bryson Hopkins. Darrell Henderson, 199. Darrell Henderson, 70. Donnie Avery, what the hell? Brandon Cooks, 499. Gerald Everett. Gerald Everett, they're getting goofy now. Bryson Hopkins, what's with the Bryson Hopkins? A 10. Robert Woods. Jacob Harris. Jake Funk. Jack Youngblood. Van Jefferson. That's the 25. Van Jefferson out of Elements. Van Wilder. More Van Jefferson. John Kelly. Van Jefferson. God, we got Van Jefferson for fucking days. Darrell Henderson. Language, sorry. John Kelly. Micah Kaiser. Bryson Hopkins again. Malcolm Brown. Corey Littleton. Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson patch. Torrey Holt. You got to take Torrey Holt. That's to 299. Pat Sajak patch. All right. I'm almost done, Goat. Blake Corum. Cooper. There's another Cooper Cup. Kurt Warner. Puka. Corum. Jim Everett. Darrell Henderson. And Steve Avila. Puka Blue. He needed the money. Okay. So I've got the Puka Blue, Steven Jackson, Torrey Holt, Donald. The Donald is to 149. That's a 75. That's 75. That's to 25. Any idea what these go for? Anybody just a guess? kind of have an idea where I'm at, but I have no clue what this goes for. $10. What do you think? 60 on the whole stack, Dane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. All right. Rams for Dane, $60. And then we're headed over to Goat. All right, it should be on the stage now, Dane, and then we'll go over to Goat. Make sure you take care of Goat, guys. Thank you, Dane. Thank you, guys. Beautiful. All right, let's raid. Thank you, guys. Boom, here's a guy who don't know how to end his stream and raid. That's right, John.